Hello, everyone. I know you all are happy to be here on this afternoon, 6 o'clock, where I know you could be doing better things. However, you've chosen to come out today to hear from the court system as a whole. First, I want to say I'm Jeanette McBride, and I'm your clerk of court here in Richland County. I want to also take the opportunity to applaud all of my supervisors who are here, with the exception of one. I want Virginia Belcher. She is my Chief Deputy Clerk of Court. Brenda Dale, she is my Accounting Specialist. Gloria Montgomery, she is my Office Administrator. And Gloria comes to us with over 25, probably 35 years of service in the court system. Judy Davis, she is my Civil Records Supervisor. Teresa Cribb is the Criminal Records Supervisor. Jim Truitt, he is my special person. I can actually, please stand, Jim. He knows everything about the judge, the law clerks, and everything else as it relates to our scheduling. All of the judges respect Jim a whole lot, and he really keeps my court system running very smoothly. Thank you so much, Jim. Also, I'm going to make a statement that all of my supervisors really protect me, and I am so grateful to have such a staff. Family court is another section of the clerk's staff, and family court is a whole different ball game, mainly because they're dealing with really family issues. Sandy Ross, she is my Assistant Family Court Administrator. And Thomas Stalnaker, he is the accountant in family court. Barbara Wright, she is the family court administrator, and she is at home sick at this time. I'm going to give you an overview of all of our areas and tell you a little bit about each one of them. And then the supervisors, they have flyers for you. And if there are any other questions, then if it's related to a specific issue, then the supervisor should be able to, maybe, if not, we'll find the answer. Always, if there's a question, then there's an answer. Even if it has to be do with that, we have to do more research as it relates to your question. I want to first say our mission statement is to serve the citizens of Richland County and the members of the judicial system in an efficient, effective, and an ethical manner. We strive to prepare and maintain accurate records and provide assistance in an understanding and a compassionate manner. These are the different sections of the circuit court. We have common pleas, which is the civil part of the court. General sessions is our criminal cases. And of course, in our civil cases, we have jury and non-jury cases. Criminal cases are directed through the solicitor's office. These are some of the career opportunities. We have data entry clerks, information specialists, we have the judgment clerks, we have data entry specialists, records management clerks, and you can see a whole lot of different career opportunities, and some of them interlock with each other. Jury service is always our special ball of wax a lot of people are interested in. Each week, we randomly select 300 jurors that jury summons are sent to. And it's 300 because we need to have a representative amount of jurors to show each week so that the jury system can work smoothly. There are 3 ways jurors are chosen: South Carolina driver's license, South Carolina identification card, and of course your registration card. Jurors are paid $10 a day. Even if you don't serve, if you're summoned and you appear in the court, you get $10 a day. In other words, we try to buy you a hamburger. For every day you serve, we try to buy you a hamburger. And we don't offer travel expenses. It's only a stipend, a very small amount of time. And as you know, we are civil servants. And even though some people are exempted or are excused from service, the fact that you qualify is a great, great civil commitment that you're willing to serve as a juror. And of course, all our jurors must be qualified by the judge on every week that we have jury service. And if any of you've ever served jury duty, you'll realize that the first day we have jury qualification. We have roll call. The judge comes in and then they go through all the qualifications. They go through all those that are excused, and then we have our jury pool. And to say that we don't transfer you, we try to accommodate our citizens as best we can. And I think everybody in the state of South Carolina knows that if you're 65 years or older, you do not have to serve as a juror. You're exempted. If you're not a resident of Richland County, you cannot serve. If you are the primary caregiver of a child under 7, and you take care of the child, you're not employed, then you qualify for an exemption. And the judges are really, really strict about that one exemption, because it's kind of like if you got a child that's 7 years old, you know, they want to qualify, but it has to be under 7. If you're a full-time student or you're a school employee, we accommodate you. You're not excused from serving, but you're accommodated wherein if your schedule or your job duties prevent you from serving the time you are summoned, then we transfer you to a time wherein you can serve. Excuses, transfers, your age, if you're not of age, child care excuses, doctor excuses. If you have a criminal background, a felon, then you cannot serve as a juror. And other reasons are left to the discretion of the judge. In our general sessions court, department, the process, we process criminal records from the arrest to the final disposition to possible expungement. And when I say process criminal records, whatever comes from the court, it comes to our department, and we process it and putting it in the right place, you know, so that if we as citizens want to see if someone has a criminal background, you can come to our office and we have the records, and of course you can get a certified copy from SLED background. We process the general session bonds, after they are set from posting to discharge from jail. We actually talk to the jail, and we have the information as to the posting of the bond and everything that surrounds the charge. We process and file all orders, motions, bench warrants, and any document filed pertaining to a general sessions case. And we also maintain original expungement orders. And excuse that, that incorrect spelling of expungement. There's not an E in it. Okay, this is our common police department, which includes our civil department. We actually handle civil disputes between two or more parties. That's what happens when you sue somebody and you come to court with it. We actually process the orders. We also have jury trials and non-jury trials may be filed according to the parties involved. Our filing fee is $150. You can represent yourself, and you must serve with a subpoena to the defendant, or the case will be dismissed for lack of service. In other words, if you want someone to appear in court, you have to have must serve them with the summons. And you usually get that through special persons within the law system actually serve people with subpoenas. In the accounting department, we have we actually receipt and maintain all financial records. And this includes criminal fines, bonds, and bond extreatments. It includes bail bondsman license fees, common pleas filing fees, and we have approximately 8,000 cases a year. We handle trust accounts relating to common pleas cases, which average of 180 accounts. We handle miscellaneous fees, 13 miscellaneous fees such as copies, registered, notary, and commissions, etc. Those are miscellaneous fees. All accounts are balanced, maintained, or dispersed monthly. Our motto is, well done is better than well served. And we are here to serve the citizens of Richland County. And as I said before, if there's a question and we cannot answer, we can certainly contact a judge and find an answer for you. Now we are going to bring up family court. And Sandy and Thomas will go over pertinent information as it relates to family court.
Hi, I'm Sandy Ross, and I'm the Assistant Family Court Administrator. Can you hear me? Family court has approximately 20,000 cases that are active, and we also have the new filings that come in every year. We can have up to 5,000 of domestic relations, or what we call a DR case, and we can have up to 4,000 juvenile cases new each year. Any case that's filed with the county is, like she had said earlier, $150 filing fee. We have motions that people sometimes file, rules to show cause, etc., and those are $25 each. Family court handles, as you see in the pamphlet, there's a list of all the type of cases that we do have: abuse and neglect, adoptions, alimony, child support, custody, divorce, juvenile cases, modifications, which are actually reductions in child support or increases in child support. We also process name changes, orders of protection, which is domestic abuse, termination of parental rights, and visitation issues with children. Most of the paperwork that comes through our court a lot of it is very confidential, and we have a duty to maintain the confidentiality of a lot of our records. We have court every day. Sometimes we'll have anywhere from 3 to 5 judges running court every day, every week. All the cases that go to court, the paperwork that comes from that day in court comes down to our office every day, and the staff has to go through that paperwork, enter it in on the computer, and get it filed back in its case jacket. It's just a continuous flow of paperwork that happens in family court. As you can imagine, most of our cases are dealing with child support cases, and that can be a difficult issue for both parties involved. It can be an emotional issue. We are there if you have any questions or have any issues that you need a little bit of guidance on. We cannot give out legal advice. So sometimes when you call the office or you'll come up, not everyone knows exactly what process to follow. We can give you some guidance, but we can't tell you what to do. We can't tell you what to put down on a form. We really recommend that everybody seek out an attorney or a family law attorney to help you file any cases that you might have. It's always in your best interest to do that. However, the South Carolina Court Administration Office has established or created packets that you can go online and pull up, and you can print those packets out for yourself for free if you have access to a computer and printer. And some of those would include a simple divorce, which means you both agree to the divorce, you have no property, no children, no issues, just a simple, clean-cut divorce. You can file that paperwork on your own. You do not have to pay for an attorney, which can be very expensive. Other paperwork that they put out are to establish visitation. If you've got a situation where you're separated or divorced or whatever, and you haven't had an order issued yet for your situation, and you want to see your kids, then there is paperwork out there on the website that you can print out and file your own paperwork for visitation. And then also reduction. If you're already in a situation where you're having to pay child support, you can print out that paperwork as well to do the reduction. And all 3 of those, you'd end up having to come to court, appear in front of a judge. Court administration has given the guidelines, and they actually give you a sample script of this is what the judge is going to say, this is how you should respond, or an example of how you're going to respond. It's very helpful, and we have a good number of people that do carry on their cases in that manner. And that way you avoid that cost of the attorney. But if any of your situations, if it's going to be complicated or messy, we always, always, always recommend that you contact a family law attorney, at least to have a consultation visit, if nothing else. You can call the South Carolina, the bar service, lawyer referral service, and they can hook you up with names of some family law attorneys, and they are supposed to only charge you $50, and you can get a 30-minute consultation visit with that attorney. And a lot of people do go that route because that's helpful to them to decide, where they want to go, what they want to do. They want to pursue it or not pursue it, etc. So there's different options out there for you for family court, and that's all I have to say.
My name is Thomas Stonecker. I'm the accountant for the family court. Just go over briefly how we handle things in my area. Of course, all payments come through our office. They come in and they go out the very next business day. Payments that were applied to, today's Monday, applied today will go out first thing tomorrow morning. They'll be dispersed either as a paper check or directly to the bank account, however the recipient chooses to have that set up. The majority of our payments that come through are through wage withholding. That can be court ordered. DSS has gotten heavily involved with that as well. By automatically, they do a pull through a system linked nationwide. If they have a job, or you have a job and you've getting taxes taken out of it, it notifies, it sends an alert out. So they've been notifying us every day. They send out paperwork for us to change. I mean, some people just skip jobs. And this has helped a lot, boosting our increase in child support being paid, not just Richland County, but actually every county in the state. It's been a big help. But again, the majority comes through wage withholding, through employers, garnishments. We also can get a great deal through the front counter, payments by cash, cashier's check, money orders. We've got a new system set up that we just started December, I believe. New system where you can pay online, which is getting up there with technology, I guess. So, it's been a big boost, though, especially for people out of state. A lot of people overseas, they can just log online to richlandonline.com, make payments online. Again, everything goes out the following business day. All our records are accounted for, reconciled each and every day, as well as each month, and we're also audited annually. Right now, we are collecting on average around $31 million each year. We've kind of been around that 30. We've gone up to about 31 now, so it's still going up. So that can be a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing is we're getting the money for the custodial parents. We are still working to, like I said, help the payers and the recipients in any way we can. Ms. McBride's been, gracious to help us out with whatever she can. But we are definitely making strides to make it more convenient for everyone to pay and receive. That's basically about all I have for you. Any questions regarding my area? No? Well, thank you all for your time.